Shalom, I'm Messianic Rabbi Eric Walker, and welcome to this edition of Revealing Prophecy. Each week we connect the dots of the news from around the globe with biblical prophecy and talk about what was, what is, and what is to come. The Monologue is our original work, and all other articles are used giving credit to their respective sources. We invite you to visit ignitingnation.com for a full roster of daily interviews, and we encourage you to sign up for our newsletter and YouTube channel so you never have to miss out on any of the special offers and events. Here's a quick look at what we will be covering on today's show. I'll be giving you an opening monologue, then covering a story by Michael Oren, Foreign Ambassador to Israel, the coming Middle East conflagration, a story entitled Foreign Policy Experts Predict Iranian Attack on Israel, Just a Matter of Time by Israel Castnet, an analysis, Trump Does Know What He Is Doing in Syria by Carolyn Glick, Israel Watch Attack by Jim Fletcher, a second Cedar Revolution in Lebanon by Brent Nakdell, and final comments by myself. As we take a look at the Bible is a book of prophecy, and there are over 2,500 prophecies in the Bible, of which approximately 2,000 have been fulfilled. Given that the Bible proves so reliable a document, there's every reason to expect that the remaining 500 prophecies, those slated for the time of the end, also will be fulfilled to the last letter. Who can afford to ignore these coming events, much less miss out on the immeasurable blessings offered to anyone and everyone who submits to the control of the Bible's author, God Himself? Would a reasonable person take lightly God's warning of judgment for those who reject what they know to be true about Jesus and the Bible, or who reject Jesus' claim on their lives? It's the holiday season, as they call it. You know, Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's, and a host of others. I'm sharing this with you because of the millions who are forgotten because they do not have either friends or family, or it's assumed that they have plans, or if they didn't, they would ask. Each year, the body of Messiah ignores, overlooks, and forgets about the ones who have struggled all year with depression, anxiety, addiction, loneliness, and feel marginalized. They have no sensitivity or compassion to the needs of those they have ignored all year. However, for so many, this is not the best time of the year. It's a reminder that they no longer matter and no one really cares. This may be the year they lost a loved one and it's fresh on their hearts, it's faded from your memory. This may be the year their child or children got married and they're not caught up in the odd year syndrome. Regardless, there are many who will spend from today until after New Year's feeling left out and alone. Anxiety prescriptions increase, as well as suicides. You'll hear these words, "Oh, don't worry about me. I have more plans and invitations than you can imagine." It only serves as a reminder to them that what may either bring up wretched memories or a feeling of loss, or just confirming to them their sense of loss and deep-seated sadness. When they look at your family and the joy you have, they're reminded that they either had that once and lost it, or sadly, they may have never had that at all. Each year when I had a congregation, I held a memorial service for a very important person in our congregation. In fact, I don't think we could have survived their passing, but somehow, by the grace of God, another stepped in to fill their place. Each year we mourned the passing of somebody else. You know, that person that when you didn't want to do a job in the congregation, you said, "Hey, can't you get somebody else to do it?" It seems that our mainstream churches are dwindling, and there's an epidemic decline in each at the death of their somebody else. I wonder what would happen if we decided this year we would fill that role. What if we as a family decided to take on all that money we were going to spend on food for the gluttonous consumption of too much? If we either donated that money or, I'm about to get radical here, woke up on Thursday morning at 4 a.m. and went and served at the local mission? And what if instead of indulging on the latest game or gadget, we actually together as a family wrapped gifts of blankets and soap and towels and toothbrushes and toothpaste and deodorant and woke up early on Christmas morning and took them and gave them out to those who, for whatever reason, are where they are and don't want to be there? What if every family called and visited one shut-in, one senior citizen who no longer gets any visitors, and brightened their day, and we gave up something we wanted so they could feel the love we so take for granted every day of our lives? What if your holiday really glorified God and fulfilled the calling of God that says, let your light so shine that man would see your good works and bring glory to your Father in heaven? I know I'm going to get 1,000 look at what I do on the holidays and look at me. I'd rather receive one message that says this is going to become our new tradition, and starting this year our children will see and experience the outpouring of God's love in those who do not have what we have. This is not a message of condemnation. This is a message of transformation. Each one of us can do something to change a life. If you can't afford to bring something, then go sing something. If you can't sing something, then go serve something. And if you can't serve something, then hug someone who may have not had a hug in years. What if instead of posting your look at all our conspicuous consumption and spending money that could have clothed an entire family, you posted a picture that represents the sacrifice God made for you? The sacrifice not so that you would have more, but that you would have more to give, more love, more compassion. What if this message was the beginning of a new dialogue in your home that set a new foundation of tradition? Whose job is it anyways? It's apparent the pastors are no longer willing to risk the filling of seats and the bragging rights to how many attend their congregation. It was never supposed to be the pastor's job for you to instill a call to serve one another. That was always your job. This season I challenge you to do it and to share on our Facebook page what you experienced by showing the love of God to someone else this year in a way that you have never shown it before. If true religion is taking care of the widows and orphans and serving one another, then let's chronicle that instead. What if we told our kids this year the only pictures we post are of the lives we touched outside of our family? No bragging or showing off, no more making someone else feel bad because they didn't get what you did. It's easy to say, remember the reason for the season. It's another to show others what this season is all about. Scripture tells us the grass withers and the flowers fade, but the word of the Lord will stand forever. This year, give the gift that stands forever. Be the word, live the word, and share the word, and you will have given the greatest gift of all.